again and welcome to my channel, Pretty in Pink. Today we are going to unravel this sweater that I got from the thrift shop a long time ago. I don't know if I got it thrift shopping or garage sale. Either way, it was a hand-me-down. A hand-me-down? Second-hand, that's what I'm trying to say. Either way, it was second-hand. Got it a while ago. It's kind of, I'm just bored of it right now, so I want to upcycle it. And I was just going to add this to some crazy blanket I was gonna make, which I'll talk about in another video. But I realized I want more yarn, and a good way for me to not spend all my money on yarn is to unravel this. So we're gonna unravel it and see how much yarn we can get out of it. And so that's what we're gonna do today. So on to the time lapse. Okay, so what you see me doing here is I am cutting out the seams. I am really not being precise with this at all. I know I'm gonna have some waste. I really do not mind because this is a lot to unravel, so I'm gonna do this as easily as I possibly can. So I'm just cutting off the seams right now to get ready to start unraveling, which you see me here. I have one piece. I just go to the end and I start kind of like picking at it until it's kind of loose, and then once it's loose I'm able to start unraveling. This is the result of my first batch of unraveling and I'm very happy about it. If I'm getting that much yarn from that little square, I can only imagine how much yarn I'm going to get from the big pieces of the sweater. And I also didn't have a lot of waste, which made me incredibly happy because I was worried about how much waste I was going to have. Because I don't want to waste my time doing this just to have a bunch of yarn left over. But anyway, I'm just going to skip to the part where I start unraveling the big piece instead of showing you small pieces again. So here I am unraveling, and just you can see how much is coming out of that large piece of the sweater. I'm just watching Tiffany Lou while I unravel, and look at that result. That's a lot. It looks a bit like ramen. It also somehow looks beautiful. It somehow looks like ramen and beautiful hair at the same time. Now you just see me, I don't know, harvesting the yarn. I don't know the term. I'm just cutting all the yarn that I've gotten, and it was a lot. It was mountainous. I really love that. I'm very proud of how much work that went into, but look at my eyes. I am tired, girl. This took me a long time. It was very tiring. Here's more yarn that I have collected, and you can tell I'm very happy about it. That's a lot. This is a lot. Wow. Weird. Okay, hello. We have unraveled everything that I have the energy to unravel. The tips of my fingers hurt so badly. That's okay. This is all the waste we have. This is all the waste. Okay? Not horrible. Not amazing, but not horrible, I would say. Especially because I'm tired. I am tired. And as far as yarn, we have yarn out the wazoo. This is all yarn, and then this is all yarn, and it extends over here. We have a lot of yarn. So what I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to be, I don't know what you'd call it. It's not caking because I'm not using a machine. Well, I'm just gonna wrap all the yarn around and I'm gonna tie them together so I can have one long yarn rope so I can use it for my next project. Okay. When I tell you this process took forever, I didn't even finish it on this day. This process took forever. Oh my gosh. And then on top of that, the yarn was getting tangled, so I had to try to untangle the yarn. Oh my gosh. It was a lot of work. But anyway, in a moment I'm about to show you how I rolled the yarn so it can be circular. So I take 3 fingers and I wrap the yarn around my fingers until basically there's enough yarn for it to be stable and no longer need my fingers. Then I wrap the yarn horizontally around it, and I just keep alternating between going vertically and horizontally. I also start doing things diagonally as well, that way it becomes circular. Basically, once you have enough yarn, you just keep going in multiple directions to make it a circle. So now we're on day 2, and I've decided to try a new strategy, which is to roll the yarn into mini balls to keep them nice and organized so they don't get tangled. And then when I'm ready to finally put it into a huge ball, I'll just go one ball at a time. So that's what you see me doing here. Hi guys, it's day 4 because I didn't do any rolling of the yarn on day 3 at all because I had to study for an exam and I had a ton of assignments, so nothing happened on day 3. So today's day 4. Thankfully, we are about finishing up the yarn. It's a monstrosity. She's huge. Look at that. I'll talk more about that at the end of the video, but right now I'm just going to show you guys how I wind my yarn in different directions so it can be circular, or more like an oval. Honestly, it looks like a coconut. It's like a coconut. Alrighty. This is rather self-explanatory, so I'm not going to explain, but I do just want to comment. That thing was a lot bigger in person, and it was really hard for my hand to grip it because I don't know, my hands aren't big enough, and it started to hurt trying to grip it and spin it around so that I can keep twirling yarn on it. So wow, yeah, this huge yarn, not easy to roll. Okay guys, so this is our big old coconut, our big old ball of yarn. The reason why you see those little parts sticking out is because those parts are, let's see if I can find one. Those parts are where I tied the pieces of yarn together. See how I have long tails? I was not about to spend my time cutting these into tiny tails. So what I'm gonna do is just use it as is, and when I'm done with my work that I have planned for the project I have planned for this yarn, when I'm done with it, I'll just like sew them in or something like that, or cut them off. But this is a lot of work. Would I do this again? Maybe, but I'd have to mentally prepare myself. Honestly, I wouldn't want to do this again, but maybe I don't know. I don't really buy really expensive fibers. I really like acrylic, and I usually use a lot of synthetic fibers and stuff like that. But let's say that I saw really soft, expensive fiber for really cheap at like a thrift store. Maybe I would unravel the sweater just to, you know, I guess work with it. But honestly, I'm cool with yarns like this. I'm pretty sure this is acrylic. I'm like very sure this is synthetic. So I'm cool with yarns like this. So and those are cheap to get anyway, so I don't really need to do this. This was just more so I thought it would be interesting to do. I want to see if I could do it and be successful, and I want to see how much yarn I got. I got a ton of yarn, oh my goodness. So I am happy I did it. I think it'll be cool taking a sweater and turning it into a different type of project, or turning it into another sweater. I think that's a really cool idea. And now let me show you the waist. The waist. So I actually have something fun, so let me show you guys that. So as you can see, our waist, quotes on waist, has grown in size. If you look at the waist that's on the left, you can see that there's a lot more. That's because I added some of my regular yarn to it, because I decided I'm going to make a teddy bear and I can use this as stuffing, so it doesn't have to go to waste. And then if you look at the waist on the right, I was like, oh, I could make another teddy bear. I have no idea why I'm on teddy bears right now, but just follow me on this one, like go along with me. So I'm gonna make another teddy bear using those strips of fabric as well. So on the left is stuffing for the teddy bear, for teddy bear number 1, and on the right is gonna be the outside portion of teddy bear number 2. So in the end, I'm not gonna waste anything. And then here we have our yarn. It's so big, oh my gosh. Well, okay, that's it. That's my yarn journey, unraveling a sweater dress, or an overly large sweater, whatever you want to call it. It took me 4 days. Obviously I feel like somebody could do this in a day. Maybe if I had done it more neat, like cut it up neater, maybe I would have less pieces that I have to tie together, which could make my work a lot easier. But I've seen a lot of videos, and even the people that do everything really precise, it still takes them a couple hours to do. So this is a long process, but I think it's a really great reward. This is a a really great reward. This is like a gold mine. This is so much. I'm probably gonna make a sweater with this. I'm super excited to use this. And I'm super excited to make my teddy bears. I'm just super excited for everything. I'm so excited for my projects now. So that's the video. If you guys like this video and you'd like to see more videos like it, please give me a like and subscribe. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!